Good morning again. I hope you're doing well. Today is another talk about sleep. I talk about this a lot because it's important, right? It's important. Sleep is discussed in many circles. The science and the research and practical advice out there talks about the importance of sleep and it being a significant, if not the most significant factor to our well-being. I'd listened to a podcast a little while ago on the Feel Better, Live More from Dr. Rangan Chatterjee, and he interviewed a guy called Sadghuru. And for those of you that kind of are in the meditation and yoga world, you might know about him. He's an Indian yogi. He's written several, New York bestsellers. Set up the Isha Foundation, which is a foundation, volunteer-led foundation that helps people to improve their mind, body, and spiritual well-being. And as much as I talk about sleep and the importance of it, because that's what all the evidence that is out there now, he provides a complementary but alternative approach to this, which I like, which is focus on your sleep and getting the right amount of sleep. But also, what are you doing when you wake? Are you walking through life consciously, or are you walking through life unconsciously? What are you doing to improve your well-being when you're actually awake? And that's I know that's a tough one, right? When I heard this some years ago, I was like, it was uncomfortable, but it was uncomfortable for a reason. Because it's challenging us to think differently about what we're doing. Are we walking blindly through life? Or are we really being intentional about the things that we're doing when we're awake? And as much as there are, that is a hard thing for us to do, it's a real question for those of us who are struggling in life, for those of us who have different types of challenges that are keeping us from the things that I don't know, or even just preventing us from leading happy, fulfilled, simple lives, right? Now, what Sadghuru talks about in his teachings, and he's been doing this for a while, and I've really taken these to heart and applied some of them, is, listening to our bodies. And it's a continual thing. It's not a kind of one-off thing, because obviously things are changing all the time around us and impacting us. And, listen to our bodies. What are our bodies telling us? And what are the messages that it's communicating that we're not listening to, that we're ignoring? Is there a pain? Is there a little twinge? Is there a headache? Are we constantly feeling off when we're doing certain things, whether it be work or eat certain foods or go to particular places or even be around particular people? Our bodies are complex, and amazingly complex and sophisticated and intelligent organisms, if you like, and they provide the signals to us. But often, because we're distracted, because we're so busy, because we're striving, as I've spoken to in another recent video, that we just blatantly ignore, or we just kind of blank out, or we just numb those things, and then they come back and bite us. But when we can listen to our bodies, it can give us so much information about things like, what to eat, when to eat, on an individual level, being in tune with our bodies and understanding that actually, what are our individual needs? Yes, there is mass information out there about, and obviously I share some of that, but that is really just as a guide to say, this is your starting point. You have to take that and then apply it to your life. That isn't like a cookie-sized model for living your life. What I'm sharing here is saying, actually, these are the tools and things that you can use to improve your well-being, your mindset and your self-mastery. But actually, you have to figure out how you apply those to your own individual life. For some years now, I've not used an alarm to wake me up in the mornings, and this is one of the teachings, not just from Sadhguru, from a number of others, to say, when you start listening to your body and doing the things during the day, having that evening well-being routine, and eating in line with your body, and so on, and drinking and staying hydrated and all those sets of things, then actually you don't need an alarm. When we look at technology and we think of all the things that we can't live without, or won't live without in a modern day world, yet still for 200,000 of years we didn't have alarm clocks, we didn't have all these digital devices, but we woke up, we got on with stuff. And obviously the world has changed, and so on. But I think there are instances where we should go back to, where possible, because it's or find a version that works for ourselves. Yeah, so I haven't used an alarm to sleep, and for a while I set an alarm, but I would always wake up before it anyway. So in the end I was like, okay, so just dispense with the alarm because I don't need it. Now, I'm not telling you to do that, and I'm not saying that works for everybody. For where you are right now, and then that's been a gradual practice. I haven't just suddenly stopped using it. That's been a gradual practice of doing set of things, having my morning well-being, having my evening well-being rituals, and then building on those. And for my lifestyle, that works. But it's up to you to find out the version of those things that work for your lifestyle. I can't tell you how to do that, only you can. But I'm providing a different set of tools that hopefully you'll be able to provide one that works for you. All right, that's it for today. Bless up, one love, peace.